Good evening or good day, whatever time you're taking a look at this. It's the evening here. And so I am going to share with you something that I discovered today, right? So I am doing my own analytics here, analysis, trying to figure out like how fast things can potentially grow, how profitable can things be for me. So, don't consider this financial advice. Consider it a hypothetical situation, right? Because past performance doesn't guarantee future results. And with that said, I am actually going to be basing this off of past performance, right? So this wealth compounding fund launched earlier in the month. I know the guy. I've built a relationship with him who developed the technology. He developed it over 12 months. He has done interviews with hundreds of traders to figure this stuff out and launched it at the beginning of the year. And this thing has not had a losing day yet and is at 36.25%, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to keep things simple. How I'm just going to go through this analytical process because I was trying to figure out because the thing basically compounds in real time. I was trying to figure out like how do I really understand like the potential of this thing. So if we take the 36, the way I did this is I took the 36.25, I divided it by 15 days and got to 2.42%. So that's been the average daily. And I went over to this calculator here and I found out that it's going to do the math the way I wanted it to see. So if I look at a $5,000 investment in the fund and it's, I could conservatively say 2%, or I could say what it actually did, 2.42% average daily. And if I do 2 months, or if I just do 1 month, what is it going to look like in a month? And this was the important piece that I was discovered. So I could do withdrawals, earnings, percent of earnings monthly, 50%, because that is the trader fee. So this allows me to calculate for that. It allows me to do the compounding as well as take out the fee. And I'm going to do 360 because that instead of daily, I'm accounting for the 5 holidays throughout the year where there is no trading. And I could be incorrect there. It could be every day, but I'll just do 360 here. So if I do calculate, what this is saying is I started with 5,000. I earned 53.46 in interest, which is based off of this 2.42% daily compounding every day. So what that means is on the 5,000, the 2% every day makes that 5,000 balance bigger, and now it's trading on a bigger balance. That's compounding. That's a key wealth building strategy. And so I end up with 53.46 at the end of the month based on this hypothetical scenario. 50% goes to the trader, while 50% goes to us. So it's that same amount. So basically, we have 5,000 as the initial, and then we add that 50% that I get, and I have 76.73 at the end of the month. So pretty cool. So I like that. I'm able to finally get an idea of what's possible. Well, after 2 months, check this out. Start with 5,000 over the past two months. Interest 13,000 based off of this percent compounding every day. The trader gets 50% of that each month, so I've got 3,000 and 3,000 or whatever. And I have 11,775. Well, I started with 5,000, so I've already doubled. So I could take out my 5,000 at that point. I'd have 5,000 left over. I'd actually have 61,775 left over. And now I've got my initial out, so I'm playing on house money. I'm virtually risk free, right? And then I could let it ride if I wanted to. So what does that look like? Well, if I took out my initial, now I'm gonna basically start back at 5,000. So if I run this for a year, which that it's really a year and 2 months, but since I'm starting over, since I'm taking out my initial, I'm just resetting the clock and saying, hey, this is going to be a year. So what does that look like? So after a year, my 5K generated 1.6 million. Half of that went to the trader. Other half went to me plus 5,000. So this is after a year. How mind blowing would that be? Right? And it's a total hypothetical scenario here. We could even be more conservative and say, well, what if it did 2%? A few hundred thousand off of 5 grand. What if it did 1%? 30. So it's significant, but still that's like a 7x sort of deal right there. But yeah, based on 2%, and what happens if I double the number, right? I got 5,000 in there. Probably want to throw another 5,000 in, and after a couple months, I could take it out, start it over. Boom, incredible. Now this is something the trader mentioned to me. Again, not financial advice, just to share what he shared with me and what I'm considering doing. So he said the key to building wealth is compounding, and so he's like, you could have two accounts. You could have one account that does the compounding and one account that you use for withdrawals. So in that scenario, I could maybe run this for 2 months, get out my 10K, and then run it for a year, right? And it does this for me. If all goes well, if it maintains this 2%. And then I could have another account that maybe I got 10K in, and it doubles, right? Every couple months. And I could take out 10 grand or 99.68. And that would take me back to 10K again. And then I could basically take that out every couple months. That's 10K months for me. Yeah, I really want to be a little bit higher. So if I did, 20K, that would be 20K months, right? Take out the 20K every couple. Oh, that's 10K months, right? So 50,000. So after 2 months, I take out 50,000. That's like 25K a month. Really, I want to be double that. I like the 30K months, but I like the 50K months even better. And this is, I see this as a runway for me. Like, it's amazing how quickly you can build things. I mean, you saw just the power of compounding. That's definitely a way. So if I have 100,000 in this thing, and you can see how I could generate multiple six figures and stuff like that compounding. Let's say I have 100,000 in an account, and I want this to be my cash account. So I got 100,000 in here. After a couple months, it's double. Again, in this hypothetical scenario, and I take out 99,000. So that's basically 50,000, 50K months right there. So this maybe is going to be my goal, to have 100,000 in here. And I'm still not going to have all my eggs in one basket. I'm still going to diversify. The trader is going to come out with different products that would be lower risk, higher risk. So I'll have options there. Maybe other brokers. And I'm still doing NFTs. I'm still doing altcoins. I'm doing other things. But this is just so exciting, just because I don't have to go to sleep wondering if it's going to rug pull on me the next day. It is. We are using a broker, and there's risk there. I mean, companies can go out of business, but they've also been around for 7 years, and the trader chose this broker for a reason. And lots of traders have done a lot of business with these guys. But yeah, that's all part of the risk strategy here. But in my opinion, significantly less compared to these third-party trading platforms that we don't know if trading is actually happening. And in my experience, based off of last year doing 40 plus programs, they 99% rug pull at some point. So very few are going to stand the test of time. Well, this company's been doing this stuff for 7 years, right? And they're licensed and regulated. And the trader is somebody that I've built a relationship with, and he was divinely inspired to produce the product, to help people that are underemployed, people that are unemployed, to help businesses that are going out of business, to help hedge against inflation, which could be really like 10 or 20%, right? All the numbers get fudged. But we're out there, we're seeing products shrink, we're seeing prices go up. We don't know what's going on, right? But we feel it. We definitely feel it. So he received a message from God, right? And it's not that he's marketing himself like that, but that's his story. And I believe it. And I mean, regardless, it's what's needed out there anyways. I'm sure God would want the best for us, right? So this is a huge blessing. That's what he's trying to do. I feel like it's a huge blessing for me. I feel like it has the potential to be a huge blessing for many other people as well. And yeah, hope you got value out of this. Let me know, what sort of nuggets did you get? How does this help you? Let me know in the comments below. And um, really excited, really excited. So talk to you soon. Okay, bye now.